Hey everyone, I'm here again with another video for y'all with another reading. I hope everyone is doing great. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Donnescha. I hope you subscribe if you end up liking this video. It'd be really wonderful to have you here, and welcome back to those of you who've been around. You know it's always good to have y'all back. Okay, so today's reading is going to be, what you need to do in order for this thing to be successful. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So we have three groups here. And we're going to be using the numbers to represent the groups. Group 1 is going to be the number 729 or 729. Group 2 is going to be the number 863 or 863. Group 3 is going to be the number 405 or 405. So pause and take your time when making a selection. You can pick more than one group if you would like to, if you feel called to. But I do want you to keep in mind this will be a general reading, so not everything will resonate with everybody out there because it's for a collective of people. So take whatever feels right for you and leave them other messages to other people. You don't have to accept none of these messages. You can reject them. And with that being said, let's get started with group number 1. So hello and welcome to everyone who selected group number 1. This will be our reading. So what you need to do in order for this thing to be successful. So I'm gonna move these up here. You guys pick 729 or 729. What group 1 needs to do in order for this thing to be successful? What group 1 needs to do in order for this thing to be successful, Spirit? Gonna be a quick little message here. We have full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. This is an energy, the full moon in Pisces, and this card specifically about balance and spirituality and practicality. It's about like having your head in the clouds and, just losing touch with reality. And, maybe one thing you need to do is start taking practical steps when it comes to this thing you want. Because it seems like you've just been in your head about it. You want it to be successful, but you keep just thinking about it. You haven't, taken any real steps. Right now, you're just dreaming. And it's good or it could be that you're just fully relying on spirit, and it's or the universe, and it's like you have to co-create, And this is not me beating down on you, and this is not spirit beating down on you, but you do need to do your part in order to make this thing happen. That's just, the reality of it. You understand what I'm saying here? Also, you guys need to start listening to your intuition. I feel like you don't really listen to yourself or listen to your intuition as much as you feel like you do. Because it's a message coming through here like you're not really paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing. It could be the necessary steps you're supposed to be taking, because it can be due to you just fantasizing, you just dreaming about the success of this thing, but not actually taking the steps. So I feel like that's like you being safe, or you being afraid, or just trying to protect yourself because you feel like you're going to fail at it, whatever it is, or you feel like, it's something that's not going to work, or you're not going to achieve it. And that's why you keep sitting in your head about it. And it's like you need to get out of that and actually start taking those steps, making the practical steps, okay? Taking the practical steps, excuse me. It's kind of like you just really been sitting on it, thinking about it. Also, it could be another group here where you just thinking about it, you're just sitting on it, but you're kind of procrastinating. It turned into you procrastinating. And you need to just start taking those practical steps. Yeah, it's scary. You're afraid. You know, it is scary. But if you want to get it, you know, going, you're going to have to do something, okay? Now, if you're not resonating with it, if you're like, I've been taking the steps, then this may not be the group for you. We do have at the bottom, work through your fears, new moon and Scorpio. Yeah, it could be like a fear that you have. You're afraid of failing, or you're afraid of failure, because that would just like really take you out. But it's okay. Like if you mess up, or if it fails or whatever, then whatever, move on from it. You understand what I'm saying? And then figure out something else. But I feel like it's because the reason why it is going to fail for y'all is because you're not taking any steps. You need to take the practical steps there. So yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, luck is on your side with the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, it's up to you to take the necessary steps to do it, because luck is on your side. The Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands kind of proves that, you know, there could be success from this. Go ahead on and get it done. Take the action with it. Yeah, the Four of Wands, I do see it succeeding. This is all confirmation. Yeah, I feel like this is something that you guys are extremely passionate about with the Ace of Wands coming through here. And if you are a group of people who, this is only for y'all, in a group of people where you're not sure how people will receive you, if the thing you want to do involves like people's opinion, or like involves like how other people view your work, or whatever if you resonate with that, I do see it being received really well here. And some of you guys are afraid because it seems like it's so competitive here with the Five of Wands. But you know what? You could compete. You have the ability to compete here. You have that, you know, that energy to compete. Even if you feel like you don't, you do have the energy to compete. Because again, luck is on your side. And this is something that you've always wanted to do. This is something that you've always wanted to achieve. This is like your dream. Again, it's your passion. And so, yeah, go for it here. Yeah, just take them practical steps. You got it. And, yeah, that's what I have for everyone who selected group number 1. Thank you for watching. If this group resonated with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That would be very much appreciated. If you'd like a private reading from me, the information is down in the description below. My email, what I offer, and everything like that. So check that out if you're interested. If this group did not resonate, you're always welcome to pick a different group. And until next time, beautiful people, bye-bye. Hello to everyone who selected group number 2. This will be our reading 8. You guys picked the number 863. What you need to do for this thing to be successful. Move these up here. This is a quick one. Let's see. And it says here, have faith in your dreams. I'm saying have faith in your dreams, but I'm going to give it another shuffle. What you need to do then in order for this thing to be successful. It keep flipping back like two of them. I just want one. I don't want too many. Okay, so it says here, the North knows, step out of your comfort zone. So maybe that's something you need to do, is to step out of your comfort zone in order for this thing to be successful. So if if the way you're doing something is not working, then you have to change up the way that you're doing. You have to do something that's more outside of the box. You have to do something that's maybe even that would be more difficult for you. You have to challenge yourself, is what's coming through here. You definitely have to step out of your comfort zone in order for, this thing to be successful. You're gonna have to do things again, once again, that's uncomfortable, that's challenging. I feel like in this group, you guys need to work on how you're being able to talk to other people, being comfortable with talking to other people, and taking that step forward with that. Because some of you guys are afraid. I feel like you guys want to do something where it involves you interacting with a lot of different people, strangers or whatever, like having to make phone calls and things of that nature, like putting yourself out there, like showing yourself, you know what I mean? And it's like, you guys, maybe you are the type of people you don't like that, or you like, maybe you have a little bit of like social anxiety or something of that nature. And so you're going to have to work on that before you can even do it. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone, okay? That type of stuff is uncomfortable for people, who with, it may not be with slight social anxiety, or, maybe you just have full-blown social anxiety. Or you're not really like a people person. You don't, it's awkward for you, and, you need to, if you resonate with that, if some of you guys resonate with that part. But I'm saying that for some of y'all, but it just in general, you're going to have to learn to be able to talk to people, to be able to like make the first move, take the first step as well. And that's stepping out of your comfort zone. Yeah, some of you, maybe it even requires, some of you will have to do is, maybe this thing requires you to drive farther, you know what I mean? Or maybe it requires you to move, and you're like, I don't want to move because I don't want to move away from my family, and it's going to be uncomfortable moving away from your family, or moving away from the place where you grew up or which you know. And that's stepping out of your comfort zone, spreading your wings. That is scary, yeah. So you're going to have to make these changes for that here with judgment. That also, that will actually build, the strength. If you do have like social anxiety, this will like help combat that as well. Going somewhere where you don't know nobody, so you have to make new connections and things like that. So, yeah. Yeah, there needs to be a rebirth. Yeah. Yeah, this will also help with your personal power here with judgment. 7 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you guys are quite shy, and it can be shy, it can be social anxiety, something like that, or you're not really the communication type of individual here. You kind of also, you have like a wall up. You're going to have to work on your posture. You're going to have to work on not looking as though you're not like people. Like, you have to look more approachable, not all closed up and frowned all up or whatever, if you understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all like, well, I just look like that. You're doing something to where you're not, easy to approach. So if you want, if something requires for you to be approached, or you approaching people, you got to open yourself up and be more welcoming, be more lively. You know what I mean? I feel like you need to learn how to also look people in their eye when you're communicating with them, like talking to them, and not looking past them or looking down or looking at, you know what I mean? Like, that's something if you want to be successful, like, you have to work on that type of stuff. And, working on that will help you, be successful in, whatever it is you're trying to, accomplish. whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Yeah, you have to learn to be more open. You have to, like, you gotta be out there. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be out there. You have to, like, work on, that side of you where it's closed off to other people, to where it's shy. It's, and you have anxiety when it comes to interacting with others, specifically with strangers. You can't look people in the eye. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, maybe you're the type of person, like, um you have like, even when, if you have to check out at a register, and you always have anxiety to do that, to even check out at a register, because you're encountering a cashier. You know what I mean? Like, that's even. Are you afraid you're gonna, like, your card isn't gonna go through, or there's gonna be an issue? You may get embarrassed really easily for little stuff that nobody is paying attention to. Ain't nobody even realize this little mistake you made, but you feel like it was a mistake. You feel like the whole world knows, or you feel like everybody in the store knew you then tripped, or you done grabbed the wrong thing, or whatever the case may be. That's just an example to see, if you would resonate with this reading. That's just an example here. So that's something you need to work on in order to be successful. You got to step out of your comfort zone, learn to talk to people. How you expect for this thing to be successful if it requires you interacting with strangers, many people, and things of that nature? Definitely work with that solar plexus chakra, specifically with your confidence, and being more open, being more, confident in yourself. This might have something to do with your low self-esteem that you have, and it's not me beating down on you. You might have low self-esteem also, and you know what I mean? So that's something you need to work on. Like, that solar plexus chakra might be a bit, out of whack, or, you need to balance it, and things of that nature. Work as well as your heart chakra, so that'll help with your self-love and your confidence in yourself, so you can stand tall and, get respect from others. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you want to achieve this thing, it requires respect from other people, and it requires you to be, you need to be more, have more charisma as well. That, you understand what I'm saying here? Because again, it requires you to be able to, I had to stop for a minute, y'all, for a few minutes, but it requires you to be able to, again, interact with people, so that when you charismatic, it draws people in. So you stepping out of your comfort zone, you having to talk to people, like, okay, I definitely can work with you, or, I definitely have a connection to where, here's this card, to call this number, and then, something like that. It could be literally anything. But yeah, that's all I have for everyone who selected group number 2. Thank you for watching. If you would like a private reading from me, the information is in the description, what I offer, my email, everything like that. So check that out if you're interested. Also, if you did resonate with the reading, if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I skipped over that. Don't thumbs the video up. If this group did not resonate and you want to select another group, you can, or you just want to hear another message, definitely do that. And until next time, beautiful people, bye-bye. Hopefully you come back for another one. Hello, and welcome to everyone who selected group number 3. This will be our reading. You guys picked the number 405 or 405. You can put it up here, get it out of the way. What you need to do for this thing to be successful, it's gonna be a quick message, y'all. So excuse me. What group 3 needs to do in order for this thing to be successful? Give me one card, okay? Yeah. We had one that fell on the floor, but I'm gonna take it. These cards keep falling on the floor. Okay, hold on. We got one here. Yeah. We have it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So you definitely need to release any negativity you have in regard, this particular, hold on. Release any negativity you have towards, this specific thing you want to be successful in. You need to release any negativity you feel towards it. Or, what can be coming through here, it's time to release negativity. You might have a lot of negative energy around you, or people who aren't really encouraging, So you need to get from around these individuals, these people. Because this is, being around these energies is causing paranoia. Because, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio is an energy where it's kind of paranoia. Or, they're, I feel like it's more encouraged by outside sources here. It's not necessarily you, but it's the outside. So maybe you've been listening to particular stories and things of that nature, and it's kind of disencouraging you. And that's all negative. Like, stop going out searching for negative stuff. And also, that is a form of procrastination. So you want something to be negative so you can be like, oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it. But you want this thing. Or people, around you. There may be people, like some people around you who trying to disencourage you because they don't want to achieve nothing. So, or they don't have the courage to go out and achieve their particular goal or have success with that particular thing they want. So they sitting up here telling you the negative things, trying to do this and that. It's kind of like negative Nancy's or whatever. You understand? You need to get yourself from around people like that, because people who low gonna try to bring you down with them. They want you miserable too. Now, I'm not saying that, whatever it is you're trying to be successful in don't have negative sides or whatever, or hey, you need to watch out for this when trying to pursue this thing, or when you get into this industry, this is this and that, these are going to be some cons. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if that's all that people are saying, then it's something else to it. It's them trying to bring you down with them. Okay, so first of all, you need to release the negative people from around you. This can also be your negative thoughts on top of that, or if you don't resonate with like the negative people or energies around, then it can be you planting that negative seed in your head, the doubts, But for some reason, I feel like for a lot of you, it's outside sources. So you need to get that in check, okay? You definitely need to get that in check. Because it's, and if you want to, I feel like in general, if you are in a group where it's like outside sources, in general, you need to get them people from around you, because they bringing you down for real. Those people are, that person. It can be one or a couple of people. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Hey, man. Yeah, it's really have you in limbo right now. You're in limbo here with the Hanged Man. You're seeing yourself as the page, but you're really the Queen of Pentacles, but you see yourself as the Page of Pentacles. I'm kind of saying, look what I'm up against. There could be some fear of intimidation, and you know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, you may be seeing other people, in the particular field you want to go in. You're like, how could I even, kind of similar to group number 2, how could I even compete with that? But you can compete. For some of y'all, that's a message coming through here. And it's interesting, the Five of Wands, which is a competitive energy. So I wouldn't be surprised if you either pick group 2 as well, or you was drawn to it. But yeah, maybe you, but it is a different message overall, like in general. Like you feel like a page, but you're actually a Queen of Pentacles. Like you can compete. And yeah, this is insecurity you have here. You're insecure. But it's like, you know, you don't have no reason to be insecure. And all of this have you stuck in limbo. We have these 5s coming through here, which is 5 is the number of change. So you need to change your surroundings, change who you have around you, change, you know, that mindset as well. That mindset, oh, you know, I can't compete. If you keep saying you can't compete, then you can't compete because you keep saying it. So you putting that energy out there. You understand what I'm saying here? But I feel like you guys are, I don't know why, but I feel like in this group you are starting to like realize that you can compete, or like maybe you be back and forth about it. But that's what I'm seeing here. But it's interesting because at the bottom of the deck here, yeah, that's why I was feeling that the energy is gaining momentum, and the waxing moon is about you. You know, there's potential, and about your dream can come true. Yeah, about having like the full potential for it. That's interesting. So yeah, you can compete there, definitely. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys who selected group number 3. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the reading, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That'll be very much appreciated. So thumbs the video up if you liked it, okay? If you resonated with it. If you would like a private reading from me, the information is down in the description. My email, what I offer. So if you are interested, check that out. If this group did not resonate, you're always welcome to select another group. And until next time, beautiful people, hopefully you come back for another one. Bye-bye.